Yes everyone, how you guys doing? I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Line CV, and welcome to another News Daily video. Now for today's video, I'm going to be talking about Petr Cech news. I'm going to be talking about the latest surrounding Maurizio Sarri and his future at Chelsea. I'm going to be talking about what's happened with Antonio Conte and the court decision. And finally, I'm going to be going through Sarri's press conference today. But before I get into anything, smash that like button, help me get more than 1,000 likes for today's video. Don't forget to press the bell notification button either. And if you guys want more Blue Lines TV after today's video, in the card above we'll have recommended videos for you. Getting straight into the first report for today, this came out late last night, and this is coming from Sky Sports, basically confirming that Petr Cech will be taking over as our new director of football for next season. Since then, Petr has announced that he will announce his future at the end of this season. Of course, we are going to be playing Arsenal in the final next week, so makes sense. But I can imagine that he would have been quite annoyed that the news had leaked so early, especially before the final. And Arsenal fans were quite displeased when this news came out, suggesting that there might be a conflict of interest because he's going to be signing for us at the end of the season. Doesn't make too much sense in my opinion. But getting straight into giving my opinion, and this is amazing news, you guys. I've quietly felt quite optimistic about our future. You know, assessing all the movements being made behind the scenes and assessing the decisions we've made over the past 12 months has given me this quiet confidence that we are slowly heading towards the right direction. And for me, we have missed out on not having a director of football. Now for me, I cast my mind back to Emanalo and the great work he did. He was unfairly criticised. He brought so many good factors to the club. With him, we were able to have the loan army, which generates us so much money every single year. With him, our scouting network broadens, became more efficient, became better. And because of that, we were able to sign some of the best under 21-year-old players in Europe, beating the rest of the competition by miles because we signed these guys very early. But since he left and, many other factors happening to really make things go downhill, the youth players are more disillusioned about their futures at Chelsea. There's a lot of cynicism going on behind the scenes and the futures of a lot of these young guys are still quite unsure. The loan army definitely suffered because footballing decisions weren't prioritised. The focus was mainly on business and profit. Our transfer dealings suffered as well because instead of going for the best players that's going to help us in a footballing sense, we went for the most profitable ones. We went for the safe options that can keep their value in case anything happens to them. And because we lack so much direction, we regressed as a club. It's as simple as that. Now with Petr returning back to the club, it gives the club an opportunity to rebrand. And what better way to rebrand by turning towards ex-legends where so many of the fans have such a strong emotional response to them. This is the Bayern model that I've always wanted for such a long time. When I think about the future, Petr is returning, other ex-legends will be coming back for next season as well. Times are very exciting, and I just think about the football education that all of these ex-legends have amassed. From working under world-class managers to all of the qualifications that they've accumulated, because of course to get to these positions you need to have a degree behind you, and with the added benefit that they have an understanding of the club, they have a good relationship with each other, which is going to help in regards to communicating the right footballing ideas at the top, and that a lot of them have the opinion that sustainability should be what we look for. The future is going to be very exciting, and of course you guys expect me to release a live stream really going into Petr being our new director of football and what the future holds. Moving on to the second report for the day, that's in regards to the latest surrounding Sarri and his future. More reports coming up from Italy suggesting that Agnelli, the president of Juventus, has personally spoken to Sarri and wants Sarri to be his number one option. More reports coming out suggesting that Juventus are going to wait till after our Europa League final against Arsenal before they make an official bid for Sarri. Some more news came out, and that was in regards to a manager that's been placed back in the shortlist, and his name is Thomas Tuchel. Now with Thomas Tuchel, there's a bit of a history between him and the club. If you guys remember during the summer last year where we weren't certain about who was going to be our next manager, Thomas Tuchel actually really impressed the club. He had a really deep understanding of the structures, he knew about the youth players, he knew the strengths and weaknesses of the players in the team as well. But we never got him in the end because Tuchel decided to go to Paris Saint-Germain, and can you blame him when he can work with Neymar and Mbappe? Of course not. So it's no surprise why Tuchel is going to be on the shortlist. And when you consider as well that we've just signed Pulisic and Tuchel was the one to give Pulisic his debut, it makes perfect sense why he's going to be considered as an option. Now you might be thinking, Nini, there's so many conflicting reports coming out from Italy and from England. Who's right, who's wrong? Can you make some sense from this? And of course I got you guys. Now I'm going to give you my take. You don't have to agree with me, but this is how I'm interpreting all the news coming out now. Now the reports are saying that we wouldn't sack Sarri, but if a club came in with an offer to pay the compensation fee, a decision's obviously going to be made. Sarri has made it known that he likes the Premier League, but his position is unsure, so naturally you will place feelers out there to know who's interested in your services. Now Sarri may feel undecided at the moment and probably wants assurances from the board first before he commits to his long-term future. Now the issue is the board aren't placing enough assurances on Sarri, they aren't showing enough confidence in his work, so naturally Sarri's feeling unsure. Now on one hand, the boards could keep Sarri, but if he went, personal reasons or for whatever, they would not mind as they feel confident in the replacement for him. Now Juventus want him, so naturally they're going to be aggressive in their approach, but they can't make an official bid unless Sarri gives them more assurances and more confidence. Now this is why the final is important for me, as a lot could really be decided depending if we win or lose. I hope I was able to make sense of this situation, but now moving on to the third report for the day, we need to talk about our ex-manager Antonio Conte. Now news came out late last night from the Times, and it's come out that the club will be forced to have to pay Conte's compensation of about 9 million. Conte won his legal battle once this case went to a 3-person panel. Now the reasons why Chelsea have been playing hardball with Antonio Conte is because they feel like they had justified reasons for not compensating him. And some of these reasons were behavioural issues with the staff and players, and obviously the Diego Costa situation where the club feel like they've lost out on a lot of money and they feel like they were forced to have to sell. And due to these reasons, the club felt like Conte was in breach of his contract. Now Conte's argument was because the decision to sack him was so delayed, it meant that he lost out on job opportunities, and of course that's a massive no-no. Since then, Conte is close to agreeing a move to Inter Milan and things are looking nice for him. 9 million more in his bank account and a move to a top club where they're looking to back him by spending money. Christmas definitely came early for Sarri. But moving back to the report, now we can take this to a high court, but there are issues with doing this. By doing this, it does mean that the case does become public, and if it becomes public, then a lot of secrets and things that the club are hiding could be exposed, and that's the last thing the board want to do. Now that we're paying Conte's compensation fee, it's going to mean that we've paid close to £100 million paying off managers, which is crazy, and it really sums up the lack of direction we've had for so many years. And to end things with the final report for the day, that's in regards to Sarri's press conference today. Now there are a few interesting things worth mentioning, and that's why I'm doing it. So getting straight into things, when asked about the final, Sarri mentioned that Kante should be fit. They feel optimistic about that. He did confirm that Ruben's going to be out for 5 months, which is disappointing. We won't see him until October, and by the time he has to obviously train again and get back to full fitness, we might not see this guy play until right at the end of the year. When asked about Ruben, Sarri mentioned that there are reasons for his injury, not only due to the condition of the pitch, and for me, it really sums up a lot of frustration Sarri's feeling. Now, Sarri obviously was going to be asked about his future, and there were a few interesting bits in this conference. Sarri said that naturally, there is going to be a discussion at the end of the season with the club. Sarri said that he feels like his football can work. He made the comparison with Pep and Man City, saying that system-wise, there are some similarities between us and Man City, and Sarri said that he feels confident that his methods can work with time. Sarri did mention that he would like to continue his work here, but assurances need to come from the club, and it's something I've been saying for a while now. The club haven't once come out to show support for Sarri, so naturally it's obvious why we're having this situation. And when you remember the fact that it was only 2 months ago that Steve Holland was being linked with a very public move as the potential replacement for Sarri, it's obvious that Sarri's going to have a lot of reservations. Now for me, my theory becomes a bit more obvious when you hear what Sarri's answer was to this question, and he was asked whether he has to win the final to save his job, and Sarri basically said, "If the situation is like this, then I want to go immediately. After 10 months of work, then I have to play for everything in 90 minutes. This is not the right way. You are either happy with my work or not." And for me, if he wanted a clear understanding of what's happening right now, that final comment really sums everything up. Now, Sarri was questioned more about the final, and he made the statement that, of course, with the final being hosted in Baku, it makes it difficult for the supporters, and if he could, he'd prefer the final to be played elsewhere, but you know why that can't happen. And he did mention the fact that he felt disappointed that Mkhitaryan might not be playing against us, saying that the circumstances weren't right. And of course, to end the conference, he was talking about how his focus is only on the final. And that is the end of all the news for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe. Remember, if you like the video, press it, help me get more than 1,000 likes. I'm going to bounce, I'm going to keep things moving. Thank you for watching and thank you for all the support recently. I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV, signing out.